Welcome to the Sigi Reinier Show. This week we are going to talk about the Florida Derby, and it's supposed to run on Saturday at Gulfstream Park. We'll see if it actually runs. And I'm going to have Sigi introduce us because I don't have the past performances in front of me. So, who do you want to talk about first?
Okay, let's start with the rail. With the horse number one, it is As Seen on TV. As Seen on TV was third last time out in the Fontaine of Youth. He got beat by Ete Indian, who is running in this race, and Candy Tycoon. This horse had a kind of rough trip last time out. I think this time the horse would be able to save some ground on the first turn. I'm not sure he can win this race, but I think this horse is usable underneath. Also, I think he would like today's note, the Florida Derby distance, 9 furlongs. So I'm using him in a trifecta.
Fair enough. I think he could hit the board too. I just don't like him to win because he barely beat Chancet, and Chancet didn't run all that well in the Tampa Bay Derby. Although he did beat Sol Volante too, and Sol Volante was second in the Tampa Bay Derby. But I don't know. I didn't like his Fountain of Youth. I know he had some traffic problems, but I need to see more first before I trust him on top. But yeah, he could finish third.
Yes, he was a kind of disappointment in the Fontaine of Youth. I was expecting more from him. I think he would improve a bit this time. And yes, I think he's more usable underneath. Perfect. Now let's go with Governor Morris. Governor Morris came back, returned on Feb 2014, sorry, on Tampa Bay. She beat horses like Untitled, like Mino and Company. Uh, Before that race, he was second to Maxfield, who was always considered a good prospect for the Kentucky Derby. I think this horse would improve for this race, but I think he's a horse for more distance. I don't know. I think he can hit the board, but I don't see him winning this time.
I don't think Governor Morris beat much in his return race. I know he beat Untitled, but what did Untitled do in the Gotham? He just finished not a distant second, but I don't think he was much of a threat to Mischievous Alex. And
Yeah,
he didn't come close to beating Maxfield either. I know he was second, but how much did Maxfield beat him by? Like 5 lengths?
5 lengths. Maxfield
Yeah.
destroyed that field. Yes, and yes, last time he beat Gon Title and Let Me Know. And Let Me Know was also a disappointment it was the Tampa Bay Derby, I think. Yes, it was not a
Um,
threat in that.
yeah, I don't remember. I don't have the past performances, but I don't think he beat good horses. But I guess he could
No,
improve. It's Pletcher. It is Gulfstream and Pletcher, but I don't like him. I only like him underneath.
me too. Let's go with Ajawid. This is a horse I think he would like the distance. He's bred to run 9 furlongs. In the Sam F. Davis, he was distant third to Sol Volante and Independence Halls, horse that is running in this race. Okay, but I think that wasn't on Tampa Bay, and some horses just does not like that surface.
I think he could finish third or fourth too. But my problem is that in the Sam F. Davis, Sol Volante closed into the pace and he finished first. And Ajaweed wasn't even close. He was beaten by what, 10, 11 lengths?
Yes, but in the ransom, he was second. Okay, to Chotsky, maybe Chotsky is a bit weaker than Sol Volante and Independence Hall. But I just think he would like this distance.
I just don't trust any horse out of the Remsen Stakes. Uh, maybe he could. get into the superfecta, but that's all.
Let's go with the heavy favorite, Tis the Law. Tis the Law is the horse to beat. I think he's going to win this race. He returned in the Holy Bull and beat easily at the Indian. And also think the distance would be okay for him. Working well and he grew perfectly for this race. So if all goes well, I think he's going to win.
Tisdala likes being in the clear, so I don't think post 7 will be a problem for him. I think as long as Manny Franco keeps him outside of horses, he'll be okay. He did miss what 2 weeks of training time, and that's my concern. Did the lost training time affect his fitness level? His workouts look okay, but you never know. I think it's worth going against him, even though he could win.
Let's go to number 9, Independence Hall. He's your top choice. Why he's your top choice in this race?
I'm just giving him one more chance because he chased the fast pace in the Sam F. Davis. I know he wasn't directly dueling with Premier Star and Chapalu, but he was right there, and he had a big gap from him until the fourth place horse. So I'm going to forgive him for fading in the stretch just because I think he ran too fast early on. And I don't know. I just don't like the price on Tizala. I'm not going to take 3 to 5 on him. I'm not going to take 2 to 1 on what's that speed horse at in the end. And I think Independence Hall will be around 3 to 1, 4 to 1. I think that's a fair price on a horse that was compromised last time.
Yes, last time that was a kind of pace meltdown in the Sam F. Davis with Premier Stars and the other horse is Chapalu. Yes, Chapalu.
Yeah.
Yes, he was sit on third place, but he was also running very fast early. So my concern is the distance. I think he would be a tremendous one-turn race horse, maybe a good miler over one-turn races. Okay, but he has a shot in this race. I'm not using him because I think he has some distance limitations, but he also can win. I can be wrong.
Yeah. But if he fades again in the stretch, then I'll believe everyone else that he has distance limitations. I'm going to give him one more chance, though.
Let's move to Candy Tycoon. Candy Tycoon was a distant second to Ete Indian in the Fontaine of Youth. Candy Tycoon was one of your favorite horses in August. Something, yes, August or July.
Yeah,
When
at
he,
Saratoga.
yes, when he beat Ford McHenry on a workout. It seems he's improving with time. He was a distant second and not sure he can win this race. But I don't know. I'm not using him. He could finish in the superfecta at his best.
Yeah, I like him underneath. I liked his Fountain of Youth effort. He finished second. He outkicked as seen on TV for second place. I know Ed in the end still beat him by 8 lengths or something, but still, remember it's a short stretch for a mile and 1/16th, and at 9 furlongs, the finish line will be a little bit farther down the line, so that might help him. And he's still developing. That was his stakes debut, so it was a good effort.
The final horse is Ete Indian, a horse that again has have a poor post position. Last time he won from the far outside post. This group is a bit tougher to give those advantage. And also, I agree with you with the horse. I think he has some distance limitation, and 9 furlong would be a bit far for him. He would run well. He has the early speed to all to again take the lead. I think he's going to be sent again. He needs to move aggressively early to take the lead. So I think he would get a bit tired at the end.
Yeah, I would hope at least one of the jockeys remembers that you shouldn't leave him alone on the lead and at least give him a challenge. I think My First Grammy could possibly float him out on the first turn if they wanted to do that. I think it'll be harder this time with the distance, with the post position again. This is not post 10, this is post 12.
Wow.
He could win, but I'm not going to take a short price given the longer distance in the post 12. It's going to be a hard race for him. Tis the law. Independence also in the race. We'll see. I don't like him to win, but he could win. That doesn't make sense.
Oh, yes. Okay. So let's start with the conclusions. Who's your top choice and what are you playing in this race?
As I said, I'm going to go with Independence Hall. I think he could be a fair win bet. He's going to be as I said, 4-1, maybe even 9-2, maybe a win place bet. I'll have to think about a trifecta. I'm not sure. What's your play?
Okay. I think Tis the Law is going to win the race. There's no value with that horse. So I'm using a trifecta with some long shots. So I will play Tis the Law on top and will use Ajagwit as seen on TV and Independence Hall underneath.
Right. I'll use Tis the Law at Indian and Candy Tycoon underneath. Didn't you say you're going to do a $50 straight exacta, Tis the Law, and as seen on TV?
I'm not sure now. It's a very tough race for him. I think he could be third. Not if he runs second, it would be his best effort in life.
Thanks for watching the Sigi and Reinier show. This was our car edition, our first car episode. Anyways, stay tuned next week. I have no idea what's open next week, what racetracks are running next week, but we'll do some research and find out, and hopefully there's some kind of race going on. Thanks for watching.
Funner Park is open.
You wanna record Fonder Park? Okay, we can do that.
See you next week.
All right.